A few weeks ago, I gave myself a challenge: spend no more than $2 a day. That's not a typo, just $2. At first, it sounded like a joke. In a world where coffee can cost $6, how could this even work? But I wasn't trying to suffer. I wanted to learn. I was tired of feeling like money controlled me. Prices keep rising, rent is wild, and even the cheapest groceries aren't so cheap anymore. I wanted to see what life could look like if I truly stripped my spending down to the basics. What I found surprised me. Living on less didn't feel poor, it felt powerful. I ate better, slept deeper, and thought more clearly. This isn't just about saving money, it's about changing your relationship with it. This is my story, and the guide I wish I had when I started. Living on just $2 a day might sound like something only people in crisis would do. But today, more and more people, especially young adults, are choosing this lifestyle on purpose.
Why?
Because prices are going up fast, debt is rising, and many are tired of working just to survive. This idea of extreme frugality first came from global poverty studies. The World Bank once used $2 per day as a measure of extreme poverty, but now some are using it as a way to reset their lives. It's not about pretending to be poor, it's about learning to spend less, waste less, and live more simply. On social media, creators show how they eat, shop, and live on tiny budgets. Online communities are full of tips and real stories. Gen Z and millennials are leading the way, choosing frugal living over burnout and credit card stress. Now, extreme frugality isn't just about saving money, it's about taking back control. Whether it's skipping Uber rides or finding free food through apps, people are turning to this lifestyle as a way to stay free, focused, and strong, even in tough times. Why choosing less can actually make you happier. At first, living with less sounds stressful, but for many people, it actually feels freeing. That's because extreme frugality isn't just about money, it's about changing how you think. When you stop buying things all the time, you also stop making so many small decisions. This gives your brain a break. It's called decision fatigue, and it happens when we're constantly choosing between hundreds of options every day. Spending less means fewer choices and less stress. Living on $2 a day can feel like a game. How creative can you get with your meals? How far can you stretch a dollar? This is called financial gamification, and it turns saving money into something fun instead of painful. Frugality also helps reduce anxiety. Instead of worrying about bills or debt, you start to feel proud of your choices. You're not just surviving, you're winning at life by living on your own terms. What I ate, how I survived, and why it's not as crazy as it sounds. Living on $2 a day in 2025 is no joke. Prices are high, and even simple foods can feel out of reach. But I took on the challenge, not to suffer, but to learn how far I could really stretch a dollar. Day one was rough. I bought a banana, 2 eggs, and a small bag of rice from a discount store. That was it. I felt hungry and a little silly. By day 3, I realized I needed a plan. I started buying in bulk, bags of oats, lentils, and frozen vegetables from dollar stores and wholesale markets. I learned to make simple, healthy meals like oatmeal with bananas, lentil soup, and fried rice with leftover veggies. The meals were basic, but they kept me full. I also used free apps like Olio, where people give away food they won't use, and Too Good To Go, which lets you buy leftover food from stores for super cheap. These apps became lifesavers. I didn't eat out. I skipped snacks and made everything from scratch. But something strange happened. I started to feel good. I felt lighter, more focused, and proud of my creativity. This wasn't about starving. It was about resetting my habits. I discovered how many things I used to buy without thinking and how much money I wasted before.
$2 a day doesn't buy much.
But it taught me something priceless. I didn't need more. I just needed to think differently. Frugality isn't just about food. It's a whole lifestyle shift. Living on $2 a day isn't only about cheap meals. To really save money, I had to look at everything: where I lived, how I got around, and how I spent my free time. Let's start with housing. I looked into house hacking, renting out my room on weekends while I stayed with friends. Some people do co-living, where you share a big house with others to split bills. Others join programs where you live rent-free in exchange for cleaning or watching pets. Transportation was another big change. I stopped using Uber and walked or biked everywhere. I saved over $100 a month just by ditching rideshares. On rainy days, I used the bus or found carpool groups through local apps. Entertainment surprised me the most. Instead of spending on movies or bars, I explored free fun. I went to the library where I found books, movies, free classes, even tools I could borrow. I joined free events on Meetup and attended community potlucks. Once I cut the expensive stuff, I didn't miss it. In fact, I found myself doing more, meeting people, and actually having fun for free.
Being frugal wasn't boring.
It was just a new way to live smart. Today, saving money doesn't have to mean doing everything by hand. There are smart tools and apps that help you live well on a tight budget. Some of them even make it fun. One of my favorites is Too Good To Go. It lets you buy leftover food from bakeries and restaurants for just a few dollars. I once got a full bag of pastries for $2. Another great app is Olio, where neighbors give away free food and household items they don't need. Notion also has free templates where you can plan meals, track expenses, and write frugal goals. I also tried Yada, a savings app that turns saving money into a game. Every time you save, you earn tickets for weekly cash prizes. It made saving feel exciting. And for group living or shared bills, Splitwise helped us keep track without arguments. No one forgets who paid what. These tools made extreme frugality easier and way more fun. With just a phone, you can find deals, track your cash, and even win money without spending a dime. The social cost of living cheaply. Living on $2 a day didn't just change how I ate, it changed how people saw me. Some friends were curious. Others thought I was broke. A few even joked, "Do you need help?" At first, it was uncomfortable. Saying no to eating out or skipping events made me feel left out. But over time, I learned to explain my choice with confidence. I said, "I'm not struggling, I'm simplifying." Some people were inspired. A few even joined me for no-spend weekends or shared their own money-saving tips. The truth is, a lot of people are tired of spending money just to keep up. Yes, there were awkward moments, but I found that real friends respect your values. I didn't need to impress anyone, I needed peace of mind. Frugality isn't always flashy, but it's powerful. When you live simply, you learn who truly supports you, and that's worth more than money. Let's be honest, living on $2 a day isn't easy. It takes time, energy, and strong will. And for some people, it might be too much. That's okay. You don't have to go to the extreme to save money or live simply. The goal isn't to suffer, it's to spend smarter. Instead of $2 a day, try a no-spend weekend, where you use only what you already have. Or set a daily limit, like $10 a day, and work your way down. Some people choose frugal themes, meatless Mondays, walk to work Wednesdays, or takeout-free Fridays. These small habits still save money and help you stay mindful without feeling too strict. It's not about being perfect. It's about finding a balance that works for you. The $2 challenge taught me what's possible, but also showed me how to build a budget I can actually enjoy. Start small, save big. Keep it simple. After living on $2 a day, I walked away with more than just savings. I walked away with clarity. I learned that I used to spend without thinking. A coffee here, a snack there, it all added up. But when I had just $2, every choice mattered. I became more careful, more creative, and more grateful. Surprisingly, I felt less stressed, not more. I slept better, ate healthier, and even lost a few pounds. I talked more with friends instead of scrolling online stores. My life got quieter, but also richer. Now, I don't live on $2 a day anymore, but I've kept many habits. I still cook at home, use free apps, and think twice before buying anything. I've upgraded my lifestyle, but in a smarter way. Extreme frugality taught me that money is just a tool. The real goal is freedom, and now I feel a lot closer to it. Living on $2 a day showed me something powerful. You don't need more money to feel wealthy. You just need to use it wisely. I used to believe happiness came from spending. Now I know it comes from being in control. Frugal living helped me slow down, focus on what matters, and stop chasing things I didn't really need. You don't have to follow my exact path, but if you're feeling stuck, stressed, or broke, try a $2 challenge for one day. See what you learn. You might surprise yourself. In a world that tells us to buy more, choosing less is a quiet form of strength. It's not about giving things up. It's about getting your power back. Ask yourself, what can I live without today? Then take one step closer to a life that's lighter, calmer, and truly free. That's what real wealth feels like. Want to learn how real people are building quiet wealth and achieving financial success? then watch this video next. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel to see more content like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.